Okay, lay down on a couch and tell us what you see. How about this one? Maybe a dragon being eaten by a pig? This is, I don't know, an old man. I think I see a nose in there. No, they are in fact congressional districts. Maryland's 3rd District, the 12th of Pennsylvania, and North Carolina 12. How you react to these oddly shaped boundaries is its own kind of Rorschach test. The districts set by state legislatures have long been bent for partisan advantage, but recently Republicans have reaped most of the rewards. Consider the 2012 election, where the GOP scored 33 more seats in the House. Remember, John Boehner is still the Speaker, even though Democrats earned 1 million more votes in those House races. That gets us back to those strangely shaped ink blots, which have one public policy professor seeing red.
Every fall, I speak to 5 or 6 members of the British Parliament that come over to shadow members of Congress. And one of the things I have to explain to them is, here's how you get elected to the House. I see these shocked looks on these British faces, and one time one stood up and said, well, that's terrible. That's not the voters choosing their representatives, that's the representatives choosing their voters. And I said, precisely, you now understand how we do it. The Republican Party took over Michigan several years ago, and they drew what was called scorpions in the bottle, a district that brought together 2 entrenched Democratic incumbents. So then the choice for those incumbents is move from the family home of 30 or 40 years into a new district, or fight with another incumbent Democrat in a bloody, bloody primary. If you're in a 50-50 district, or a district where Democrats are 40% of the electorate, Republicans are 40% of the electorate, then you're worried about those moderates in the middle, and you want to cater to them. And you might say, you know what? I'm not going to vote 100% with the NRA all the time. I'm going to be for background checks. I'm a moderate Republican. If you're in a district that's designed to elect you or to elect a Republican, that you don't worry about the general election, you don't worry about reaching out to the moderates. What you worry about is, if I vote once with Obama on any big issue, or even a small issue, it could be the end of my career. There are a few places that do it right. Iowa, for example, they district their congressional seats and their state house by a nonpartisan judicial commission. So they don't pay attention to whether these are Democrats or Republicans. They just pay attention to, does this shape seem to make sense? Does it fit the existing political boundaries? Does it respect sort of the history of this seat? And that is the way we should be doing it in all 50 states, because it would actually help our democracy a lot.